I'm Tony, and today we're going to learn how to use a seam ripper. That's right, because I apparently didn't know how to use a seam ripper until just a few months ago. Yeah, seriously. So let's say that we have sewn together some strips that we don't want together. We've made a mistake. We have to seam rip now. This is the seam ripper I'm going to use. It's called Seam Fix. It is my favorite seam ripper in the entire world, and I'll show you why towards the end. But you can get it with a single seam ripper, or they now come double, where you can get a different size on the other end. So this is the important part. So we're going to take this and set this aside just for right now. This is how I used to seam rip. I used to actually hold my pieces and sit and just pick them open, just like this. Not only does that take forever, but you see how long that takes, and it hurts my fingers after a while trying to hold this open. So then I saw a video a few months ago saying the correct way to hold a seam ripper. You don't hold the seam ripper up, you hold it down, and your ball goes inside of your piece that you're seam ripping. And I was like, wait, what? Wait, it goes in? What are you talking about? So while streaming on Twitch, I started playing around with the seam ripper one day because I had a lot to seam rip. I had done so many wrong seams, and I was like, wait, okay, let's try this. So sure enough, you take your seam ripper, you put it in so the sharp point goes up, the ball goes down, and you push and push. And let's flip this over so I can actually see what's going on. So the ball goes down. I'm going to make sure that I see there we are. And it just slips through just like that. Look at how much faster that is compared to the way that I was doing it before. And the biggest thing I was afraid of is, am I going to cut the fabric? Well, take a look at that. There's no fabric that's cut. So you've used your seam ripper. You now have all of these little pieces of thread everywhere. Here, you know what? Let's go ahead and finish seam ripping this so I can truly show you how fast that is. And it's just like that. It's all separated. But we have all of these horrible, horrible little threads everywhere. Well, that's why I like this seam ripper, because this is an eraser on top, but not an eraser like you're used to, like with a pencil. I just take this and it erases all of your thread. Look at how it just takes it and it gets rid of it. Now, why is it important to get rid of your thread after seam ripping? It's important because if I were to just start sewing right now, this thread is going to get trapped in there. It could start to come loose in my project. I could have issues. Get rid of your thread. Don't leave all that there. So we're going to get rid of the other one, and just like that, not only is it seam ripped, but my thread is gone in the same time, well, actually faster than how it used to take me for seam ripping. And that's it. That is how you seam rip and get rid of your threads. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you now know how to use a seam ripper. Please like the video, follow my YouTube, as well as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and don't forget about Twitch, where you can actually sew with me and interact with me live.